So today we'll start a new topic on your course on advanced manufacturing. So this will be your class number 28. So today we'll discuss about a new topic, that is the numerical control systems, NC, or popularly known as the NC systems. So we'll study about the principles of NC systems and this. So what is this numerical control? So this NC systems, this type of machines actually were developed during the end of the Second World War, and rapid development took place in this field from 1960s towards the mid 1960s. Okay. Now these NC system, these are actually a type of flexible manufacturing systems, and this why these flexible manufacturing systems are developed for taking the advantage of the mass production methods for making batch type of jobs, for batch production. Okay, so basically this type of NC systems are developed to take the advantage of the mass production techniques like special purpose machines and transfer lines for batch production jobs or small production jobs. Okay, so the first NC control system was developed using electronic valves. So the first control system was developed using electronic valves. Okay, and the company which produced this valves were the Bendix Corporation. Okay, you remember the name of the company after taking the patent rights from MIT during the 1960s, during the early 1960s. Okay, so now see over here, I have written a definition of this numerical control system. Okay, so this numerical control is a system in which the actions are controlled by the direct insertion of a numerical data at some point. So we insert numerical data, okay, in forms of codes to control the system, the control system of the machine. So actually see over here, this programmable automation. So this is also a method of a programmable automation in which the mechanical actions of the tool, the mechanical actions of the machine tool are being controlled by a program. So since this program is the controlling point for the manufacture of the product, the machine becomes versatile and can be used for manufacturing any part. Okay, for any part. And these functions of these NC machines are being controlled electronically. Okay, hydraulically, electronically, or hydraulically, or pneumatically. So actually in these NC machine tools, okay, the one or more of the functions of the machine may be automatic. And what are these functions? These functions are this starting and stopping the spindle, controlling the speed, controlling spindle speed, okay, and other functions like positioning the tool tip at a desired location. Positioning the tool tip and guiding it along the desired paths by the movement of slides, by automatic movement of slides. Okay, I am not writing this. Okay, and other functions like the controlling the rate of movement of the tool tip, or the feed rate. Okay, and changing the tools. Okay, changing the tools in the spindle. changing the tools in the spindle. Okay, so these functions, one or more of these functions may be automatically controlled in a numerical control machine. Okay, now see over here the figure of a NC machine control tool. Okay, so over what happens is that, so over here you can see this machine, you can see this axis over here. Okay, this is the, so this is a drilling machine. Okay, this is the spindle. Okay, you can see this machine, and this is the axis over here, and this is the machine control unit. Okay, so in this machine control unit we feed the program, okay, or the part program, to say in that matter. So we input the part program into this controller, and this controller, okay, this control unit, it runs the machine tool. It runs this machine tool. See how this when we feed that input over here, then this data flows through this, from this control unit, and this data flows to the servo motor. Data flows to the servo motor, and this servo motor in turn is being connected to the axis, to the machine axis. Over here you can see. So we have understood this, that this axis, now what this axis runs the machine tool to make the desired part which we want to manufacture. Okay, so you have understood this, how this functions, the basic concept. Okay, so see in this figure over here that how the table is being controlled. Okay, so from this motor power is coming. Okay, see this gear, it is used to change the speed of this system, of this arrangement. Okay, and this is in turn connected to the lead screw. So the speed of the lead screw can be controlled through this gearing, and which in turn is being connected to the table, where we have the machine tool. Okay, so the movement of the machine tool can be controlled accordingly. So see over here, this part program is written over here, which we feed into the machine, this part program. So this is the program which we write. So this part program consists of the instructions, that consists of this, you can see these numerical codes. This numerical code which tells us about that what kind of operations we will do for machining a particular part, of the product. And these are being fed into this, you can see this program tape. This program is being fed into this program tape, this 1-inch tape. This tape is being then read by this paper tape reader. Okay, so now the controller translates this written codes into actuation details. So this is the controller which translates this codes into the machine actuation details, which is being understandable by the machine. So this can control the actual machine movements, like the control of the axis, control of the different axis of the machine. Okay, so this is how the NC system works. You can see over here the schematic diagram of this process. So at first there is the operator who gives the instructions, write the codes, okay, to this numerical controller, and this numerical controller then controls the various controls the drive. and this drive controls the various machine units. Okay, this like the axis of the machine. So this machine tools then carry out the functioning and does various processing to manufacture the machine part. Okay, so this is see this from this machine. So this machine unit is being controlled by the drives, and this actually in this machine unit the various machining of the various machining operations like milling, drilling and such other operations needed are being done in this machine unit, and finally this final product is being formed. Okay, so this is a simple schematic diagram. So now we will briefly discuss about the various numerical control elements. Okay, various numerical control elements we'll briefly discuss, and the most important among these is this machine control unit, which you have seen over here. This machine control unit. So in every NC machine tool there is a machine control unit. Okay, what this does is that it performs the various controlling functions. It performs the various controlling functions. So we give the instructions, then the functions are being controlled. The original functions are being done by this machine control unit. So various controlling functions. Under the program control. So this machine control unit is being kept in a separate area, or that it may be mounted on the machine. It may be mounted on the machine itself. Okay. So sometimes in some machine that it is seen to be hanging like a, so for the ease of the operation, for the ease of the handling by the operator, so that operator can easily access it. So it looks like that it has a display panel. It has a small size display panel. Small size display panel with a number of buttons to control the machine tool. Okay. So what this does is that this control unit, it controls the motion of the tool, the cutting tool, the spindle speed, the feed rate of the spindle, and the different types of tool to be used, or the tool changing mechanism, and the application of the cutting fluids, and several other functions of the machine. So see this figure of this machine control unit. Okay, it actually looks like this. Okay, see over here there is some buttons. Okay, through which you can control the functions. Now see over here that this machine control unit can be divided. This machine control unit can be divided into two elements. One is this DPU, or the data processing unit. The data processing unit. And the control loop unit. Or the CLU. what is the functions of this DPU and this CLU. So this DPU, or the data processing unit, its function is that it processes the coded data. It processes the coded data that we feed into the system and passes the information on suppose on position of each axis. On position of each axis, direction of motion, feet, and auxiliary function. Auxiliary function control system. Auxiliary function control signals. Auxiliary function control signals to the control loop unit. So what this does is that it processes the coded data and passes the information on the position of each axis, direction, in the condition of this axis, motion, feed, and auxiliary functions, function control signals to the CLU. So it passes the data to the CLU. Now we will see that the function of the CLU. Okay, so this CLU, it operates the drive mechanisms. It operates the drive mechanisms of the machine, and receives feedback signals about the actual position and velocity on each axis. So it operates the drive mechanism and takes the feedback how the machine is being operating at what speed, at what conditions, and it receives the feedback signals about the actual position and velocity, and then it can be controlled again, changed accordingly. So this is about the control loop system. So these are the two main components of the machine control unit. So other numerical control elements are there, but these are not there in your syllabus. So we'll just look at this. So first is this machine control unit. The second is the part program. Okay, I will just tell these things briefly. So this actually contains the instructions, the manufacturing instructions required for machining. So now this program can be written in high level languages like apt, UniApt, etc. So if we write that in high level languages, then it has to be earlier being converted to the machine level language with the help of processors. Okay, so this program can be developed by using certain CAD/CAM type of softwares like Unigraphics, okay, Pro-E, or such type of things. Okay, so this is all about the part program that is being primarily fed as instructions to the machine control unit. So third is this program coding system. So the human, the characters, that we can read cannot be directly entered into the machine control unit. So they has to be converted into some form of code. So they has to be converted into some form of code and then entered. So the numbering system that we use over here is the binary system in form of 0 or 1, 0 or 1, and it has a base of 2. It has a base of 2. So the numbers have to be entered in the base of 2. Okay. So we'll discuss about how to convert this in the later classes, but for that for now you know only this part. Okay. So the fourth part is the part program input. So we use a variety of methods so that the program after preparing has to be entered to the machine control for the purpose of execution, and the various types of methods are used like this: paper tape, okay, manual data input, and the direct numerical control, or the DNC. So these three types, but this was used earlier days, this is not used now. Okay, so you know this, how the data is being fitted into the system. So we will discuss these things later, okay, in details. So there is no scope now for discussing these things. So this paper tape, this punched paper tape is actually about 1 inch wide tape with holes that are used for characters, okay, along with a set of sprocket holes. Okay, so this is about the punched paper tape. Now we'll see the last element of this, that is the NC tooling. So the one major difference from the NC tooling from the conventional tooling is that each cutting tool is being set on a different adapter. Each cutting tool is being set on a different adapter. So see the figure over here, the spindle tooling which is holding an end mill. Okay, so this is the adapter. So a power operated drawbar may be employed to pull the tooling at the retention knob. So this is connected to the power operated drawbar. Okay, this eliminates any clearance between the surfaces of the spindle and the tool shank. So see over here, this is another figure of a preset tool with a adjustable locating faces, okay, which enables the dimensions between the cutting edges and the location faces to be preset to a close tolerance using a presetting device. So this is all about NC tooling. So we complete our class over here. So thank you.